So a few weeks ago, I made a community post asking you all to write one sentence for a Lionblaze fanfiction so we could write his first interesting chapter. I chose a few of your submissions and tried to piece them together in a way that made a somewhat coherent story. Of course, the result was complete and utter chaos, but entertaining nonetheless. Enjoy! Lionblaze sat, perched up on a rock, bathing in the warm sun that glittered on his golden pelt. What a beautiful day, he yawned to himself. Jayfeather turned to Lionblaze and mewed. You can't be the third cat because you have the emotional range of a teaspoon. Lionblaze gasped as he realized that he's horrifically boring. Lionblaze, said Jayfeather. I'm so sorry, but nobody likes you. Well, at least I'm more interesting than RiverClan, thought Lionblaze. Lionblaze stretches his hind legs as he begins to have really deep thoughts. How can I be more interesting than everyone else today? He said to himself. Lionblaze unsheathed his claws, accepting the challenge. I'm getting my first interesting chapter, Lionblaze boasted to Jayfeather. No, Jayfeather replied. That's impossible. We must act while we still have the chance, Lionblaze shouted out to his clanmates in the clearing. I disagree, Jayfeather said. And so do I, Holyleaf chimed in. Your ideas are stupid. Oh, stop being dramatic, Lionblaze huffed. But what have you of worth? The she-cat mewed, staring into Lionblaze's soul in a way that made him feel uneasy. Strength isn't a personality test. What? I'm not boring. I have, skills and, stuff. Lionblaze ended meekly, his protest met with perhaps too many raised eyebrows. You're stupid, Holyleaf stated with sass. Lionblaze walked around the camp. I'm interesting. No one believed him. Lionblaze stood up, his eyes blazing like fire. He stormed off in a fit of rage. Lionblaze ignored his siblings' stares. He knew what he was doing, or so he thought. Yee-haw! Lionblaze said. Jayfeather and Holyleaf shuddered. Let's take a bet. I'm banking on at least 5 dead people by the end of the day, whispered Jayfeather to Holyleaf, sensing Lionblaze leaving the camp. Lionblaze gracefully walked outside camp, in search of the finest McDonald's to buy for Cinderheart. Light filtered through the trees above and hit the golden tom, highlighting his defined muscles as he padded across the forest floor. Lionblaze tripped and fell rolling down a cliff when he hit a rock. When he looked up, he saw the worst thing he could ever have imagined. Lionblaze gasped. Heathertail dumped him for a hotter WingClan cat. Lionblaze saw Heathertail and Breezepelt smooch. Why him though? He thought as he cringed. Heathertail straightens up. Wow, that was a vibe, she whispered quietly, clearly both shocked and entranced. Lionblaze throws Breezepelt. Hey Heathertail, Lionblaze said as he crossed the WingClan border casually. Want to get back together? No way! Heathertail shouted back as she turned up the Taylor Swift song on the radio. Your evil, edgy half-brother is much more interesting. Lionblaze yeeted Heathertail off a cliff. Lionblaze wanted to go to the forest. I'm gonna take a walk and see Cinderheart, said Lionblaze as he stepped into the forest, but before that he saw Crowfeather. I'm so proud of you, Lionblaze, said Crowfeather, slowly turning his head to stare at Breezepelt. Lionblaze gasped, thinking, how could this possibly get any worse? Lionblaze flicked his tail dramatically. Goodbye, peasant, he meowed at Crowfeather and strutted away. Lionblaze padded into camp with the delicious, amazing-smelling McDonald's Kitty Catty Happy Meal. He sauntered over to Cinderheart. You were the best backup plan I ever had. Lionblaze, how could you? Cinderheart gasped. You went to McDonald's without me? This isn't what it looks like, Lionblaze gasped. Cinderheart turned to Lionblaze, yelling, I don't love you anymore! You can't break up with me because I'm buff. Lionblaze hissed to Cinderheart, pushing her. By the way, wanna have kits? Don't be stupid, Lionblaze, Jayfeather shouted, but Lionblaze was too busy poking Cinderheart. Stop interrupting our roleplay, Lionblaze spat at Jayfeather. Lionblaze lunged at a fox that ran into camp, killing it immediately. You're my hero, Lion-chan, Cinderheart shouted, leaping into Lionblaze's beautiful golden fur. Lionblaze looked Cinderheart in the eyes as they sat under the light of the moon. Cinderheart, he mewed, leaning closer, about to tell her his most important secret. Lionblaze's eyes widened. "I forgot to brush my teeth this morning," he gasped as Jayfeather rolled his eyes. Lionblaze busted down the door to the medicine den. Lionblaze started throwing Jayfeather supplies all over the walls. Jayfeather did not like this. Jayfeather was angry. Very angry. Then, Jayfeather stared at Lionblaze, his cloudy eyes full of irritation. "Just what do you think you're doing?" Lionblaze clawed a leaf that fell on him and mewed, "I'm a warrior cat." "Lionblaze, you're my brother. I don't want you to go down this path," Jayfeather meowed. "How could you?" Lionblaze snarled at Jayfeather. "My own brother betraying me like this." Lionblaze simply ignored the problem and proceeded to sink into the ground using hacks. He then walked away gracefully, the stones below him almost getting crushed under the weight of his well-muscled body. Lionblaze walks through the forest, sits down. "Huh?" he mumbles, sitting on a living cat, suffocating it. Lionblaze stared at the body beneath his paw. "How'd that happen?" he said. "Dang, I did it again." Lionblaze shrugs and walks away. At the corner of the action, Holyleaf had a whiteboard of all the times Lionblaze broke the code, and she added a mark. "How could you do that?" Holyleaf yelled at Lionblaze. She was furious. Lionblaze flexed his muscles with a smug expression. "The law does not apply to me. I'm buff." Lionblaze was taking a nice stroll in the forest, killing every stick and leaf he stepped on. "Oops," he mumbled as he stepped on a living cat, effectively killing it. "Mom, I did it again," Lionblaze whined. "Maybe try not being nearly as aggressive? You seem to radiate a threatening aura everywhere you go," Leafpool suggested. He turned around and glared in the Leafpool's eyes. Lionblaze shook his head, pacing back and forth in anger. How could she do this? Didn't he understand he just wanted what's best for the clans? Lionblaze smacks Leafpool in the face. He then realized that he had something to do with his life, and strode out into the forest. It's time to out-pizza the hut. He took a step to the side and started walking to a random tree. Lionblaze licked the tree. Weird, Lionblaze thought. Never thought it would taste like that. Lionblaze strode into camp, holding a tree in his jaws. Holyleaf hissed. "How did you out-pizza the hut?" she questioned, but Lionblaze ignored her for the tree was too tasty. Lionblaze walked out of his house. "Yeah, don't worry, I ate the tree," he says to Holyleaf casually. Lionblaze puffed out his chest heroically, failing to notice the disappointed headshakes from Devwing and Jayfeather. Lionblaze cast a knowing glance at Devwing. "I know it's hard being so special, but we have to accept we can never be normal." Devwing looked up at him with her rainbow eyes. "That is so inspiring." "I can't believe my apprentice has powers," muttered Lionblaze. "How plot convenient." "Yes, maybe one day you'll be strong like me. I doubt it though, small child." Lionblaze shrugged dismissively as he instead stared at Cinderheart longingly.
"Lionblaze, here are your beautiful background children,"
Cinderheart mewed to Lionblaze. Lionblaze gasped in shock as he realized that he had gone through actual character development. He never would have guessed this day would come. Lionblaze shed a single tear. Holyleaf slapped Lionblaze across the face. "What is wrong with you?" she said while Lionblaze frowned pathetically. "Unfortunately," Lionblaze said to Holyleaf, "the sky is purple now." Lionblaze smiled at Cinderheart. "Want to go on a date to Pizza Hut?" Lionblaze leapt off the tree, spread his cape, and pointed a paw in front of him, and flew towards the sunset with Cinderheart. The end. No, I don't take constructive criticism.